Hi, I'm Jim from Orchard. Today we're going to talk about how to fix a hole in your drywall. To start, you need a hole in your drywall. Now that we've got our hole, you need to pick the right patch. Patches come in a few different sizes: 8-inch, 6-inch, and 4-inch. For our purposes today, the right one to pick will be the 4-inch. The great thing about these patches is they're still reinforced with the self-adhesive fiberglass tape. You simply open it up, take it out, peel off the back. Now that you've peeled off the backing, you simply put the steel plate over the top of the hole and then gently smooth out the fiberglass tape so that it applies and it sticks evenly to the surface behind it. This will ensure that it is indeed going to stick to the wall. Now that we've placed our patch, it's time to use our joint compound. We're using joint compound today instead of spackling because it's a little easier to work with and a lot easier to sand. All right, here we go. Let's open the can up, take some joint compound out, and start to apply it to your surface. Now try to apply a nice even coat of joint compound over the patch. The idea is not to get too much, but enough that you can sand it off, feather it out, and make it look really nice and smooth when you're done. You want to apply enough joint compound so that you don't see the square or the patch any longer. Once you get enough on the surface, try and take off as much as you can so that you're not leaving it on too heavy. But again, joint compound is easy to sand, so you can really feather out the surface with the sanding pad. Now that you've applied your joint compound, give it about 24 hours to dry before trying to sand it. That'll be enough time, even under humid conditions, for it to properly dry. Now that you've waited 24 hours for your joint compound to dry, it's time to sand. I like using sanding sponges because it's just easier to handle. You want to sand evenly and gently. Don't try and rush it. You want to just take off enough, but not too much. You want to make sure that your edges are nice and feathered so that they'll blend evenly into the wall. That's really your biggest concern. It's okay if you see a little bit of the mesh through the finish. As long as it's smooth, that will be covered by paint. Now go ahead and clean away the dust. And you're ready for paint. It's always a good idea to prime before you paint, but you're pretty much ready to go. This is Jim from Orchard. Thanks for joining us and looking forward to seeing you for your next painting project.